Killer Mike has had a crazy roller coaster ride of the last couple days. Let's go to middlemaga.com and review what's going on with him. On the blog, we have an article called Killer Mike's Unfiltered Take on Politics and Grammy Night Drama, a Dual Perspective. Let's take a look. It started with his appearance on Real Time with Bill Maher and his recent detention at the Grammy Awards as well. So that's what's happened in the last couple days. He went on Real Time with Bill Maher, and they had real talk. I like that Bill Maher, he's pretty frank. He has cringe takes at times. Who doesn't? But he is candid. I do believe he's authentic in his beliefs. He's just ignorant in much of it. I think that's just part of what's happening with him. His takes are, in a way, ignorant, not inauthentic, which are two separate things. But looking at it, Killer Mike went on, and Bill Maher is still in this world. I don't know how he is. I can't believe he's still in this world where he's surprised when people say, I'm not so hot on, I'm not so keen on, I'm not so excited for Joe Biden. And you would think that'd be a normal take, but for him, Bill Maher, it's a shocking take. He doesn't understand it. Here's the clip. Let me show it to you. It's worth watching. This is Killer Mike on with Bill Maher.
The election coming up. I mean, Biden and Trump. Are you as depressed about that as most people as a choice?
My feeling is pick your policy, not your person. Find out. This is not the Dallas Cowboys versus your favorite team. This is the policies that will affect our generations for the next 20, 30, 40 years to come. So close your eyes, listen to the policies that are being pushed, and
I agree with all of this so far with Killer Mike.
pay attention even to the people who don't have a chance of winning because they're going to say policies you may want to push. And I would say do that. But
if you don't know, he's a rapper, does it with Run the Jewels, and he's just a solo artist as well. Been in the game since Ghetto Boy. He's been in the game since the 90s. Been watching him and LP since the 90s. Legendary, unequivocally, no arguments, legendary hip-hop artist. That's Killer Mike. And you're going to hear it, he's a black identitarian. What does that mean? That means he puts the color of somebody's skin above the Constitution, above anything, above faith in God. That's what identitarians do. So you're going to hear that in a second. But this is still messed up. What we're seeing is a lack of trust causing concern, and I'll show you what I mean.
make it policy-based.
So that means you're for...
That means I'm for black people and happy Black History Month.
But you're not saying one candidate over the other?
Hey, man, my nigga, you ain't gonna get me in no trouble tonight.
Wow. He said, my nigga, you're not going to get me in trouble tonight. Are we not free? You know, we're not on the plantation anymore, Killer Mike. Mike, we're free. We's free. We don't have to bend the knee to master. And Killer Mike, I mean, he's well off, relatively speaking. I'm not going to count, another dude's money or anything like that, but relatively speaking, he's well off. Mike, do I need to go to your government name, Mike? Speak how you feel, Mike. Don't hide it. Don't sugarcoat it. He asked you a direct question. Who are you afraid of?
Candidate over the other?
Hey, man, my nigga, you ain't gonna get me in no trouble tonight.
Get me in trouble? For what?
Hey,
No, that's your job with me, to get me in trouble.
My grandfather gave me some stellar advice sometimes. He said, son, sometimes you just got to know to stay out of white folks' business. And
That's so odd. He's talking about politics. So you see how these identitarians, and I like Killer Mike, he's a dope artist. I think he's very smart. There's something, it's like there's a tick missing. It's like he's a clock and there's like a quarter of it missing. You need to put all the pieces together, Mike. What are you talking about? Stay out of white people's business. I don't even understand what that means. You don't have your own country. You realize that, right? He's talking about, should I endorse Trump or even not even endorsing Trump, just saying I'm not voting Biden. He can't even do that. I never tell anybody you have to endorse or vote for Trump. I'm not voting for Trump. But I'm not against him. You don't have to be against him. You don't have to be for him. You can do your own thing, Killer Mike. So Bill Maher is just like, okay, who are you for? And he's like, he almost sounded like somebody was gonna go gack, 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 and unlive him.
That means I'm for black people and happy Black History Month.
But you're not saying one candidate over the other?
Hey man, my nigga, you ain't gonna get me in no trouble tonight. Hey,
No, that's your job with me, to get me in trouble.
My grandfather gave me some stellar advice sometimes. He said, son, sometimes you just got to know to stay out of white folks' business. And this time, I'm going to keep
What is he talking about?
my mouth closed. I still like the policy that the old man had that I was supporting. I would encourage people to find who's supporting that policy and see what
But you can't get yourself to say vote for Biden over Trump?
You want me to list it now? So now
I'm just saying that.
Can he get himself to apologize for the crime bill? Can he get himself to get his head out of his ass and say, black people, you are black regardless. I need you to tell me what I need to do. Can he pick a coalition of former people who are affected by drug laws, street gangs, recidivism and crime and say, I need you as a board to advise me how to fix fellow.
So even though those aren't the issues that drive me, I respect those issues. I think there are some problems there. And the bottom line is you pick the issues you want to rally around and stand on it. And he did do that here.
Prisons. If he can do that, absolutely I can. So my challenge is out there.
All right.
So that's how it started. This was actually from February 2nd. That was Friday that Killer Mike was on with Bill Maher. Now we fast forward to Sunday. The Grammy Awards are on Sunday, February 4th. That's today as of this recording. And things were wild. He won 3 awards, I believe it is. He won 3 Grammy Awards, including his first in over 2 decades. But he was handcuffed or escorted by Los Angeles police out of the building, it looked like.
You can't tell me that you get too old. You can't tell me it's too late. What? Hey, are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. What the fuck? Tell us about it.
So I don't know if he was arrested, detained. The information that we have going back to the website and the article, I'm just going to go see, what did we see from this? He got detained. He said they said that there was some type of altercation at the event. And so he was fresh off of winning the 3 Grammys. There was some type of altercation at the event. The incident occurred inside the Crypto.com arena shortly after Killer Mike celebrated his wins during the Grammys premiere ceremony. The altercation that led to his detention involved another party, prompting an investigation by the Los Angeles Police Department to determine the next steps based on the outcome and whether charges would be pressed. So as of today, I don't know. That's all I know as of today. And this is taken from various sources. Despite the incident, Killer Mike's achievements at the Grammys underscore his significant impact on the music industry. I want to give him a shout out for that, winning for Best Rap Performance, Rap Song, and Rap Album. He reflected on his journey and the changes in his perspective over the years. He matured and became a man. I have a lot of respect for him. They talked about Run the Jewels like I did here. Here's what I want to end with. Why would Jack Posovic, and I would agree with him asking the question, Jack Posovic posted 2 days ago on Bill Maher, Killer Mike refused to endorse Joe Biden, as you saw in that clip. Tonight, he was arrested at the Grammys. Jack Poso said, what is going on? Some people don't know how to read, right? He's not saying anything. He's just asking the question. I am saying something, and here's why I'm saying it. I said historians will refer to it as the end of America. Now, I don't have any proof that connects the comments on Joe Biden to the arrest, but that's not the point. The structure of our society is based on trust. The trust that we know a prosecutor can choose to prosecute one crime and not the other crime if there's the same crime. We know that the prosecutor could, in theory, pick to prosecute crimes based on political biases, but we have a trust in the system that that won't happen. That trust is gone. Eric Adams his one of his close cabinet type members at the mayoral level got raided by the FBI. I have no trust that that's legitimate. Donald Trump gets raided at Mar-a-Lago. Have no trust that, and we know for a fact now it has no trust, no merit, nothing there, nothing worth the raid. We know it's corrupt through NARA. Biden knew. We know all of that now. We don't trust. Fannie Willis getting banged by the special prosecutor. She used COVID funds to pay him. So she's paying him. If they don't prosecute and press charges against Trump, then they don't get the money for their banging relationship. And that kind of corruption, that's not even the end of the corruption there. She fired a whistleblower on it. And that is not trustworthy. So I don't trust that. And I looked into it and I know I shouldn't trust it. Here's another story. So that's why this whole thing is trust. Another story from Laura Loomer. Laura Loomer pulled this story out here where in Minnesota, another story, man, Minnesota. I used to live out there, man. Since I left Minnesota in about the end of 2017, it's been, I think it was the end of 2017. Yeah, man, it's been, Minnesota. Political arsonists burned down conservative businesses in Ilhan Omar's district. Arsonists have firebombed the office of the American Experiment. Wow. And this is a conservative, kind of known as whatever you define conservative, but right, or however you look at it, in Ilhan Omar's district. The offices of the two other conservative organizations, the Upper Midwest Law Center and Take Charge, were also targeted in the fire. The fire is being investigated by who? The FBI, as a deliberate act of arson. And my comment was, how do we know the FBI wasn't in on it? Through informants or indirect routes, FBI, CIA, who I wouldn't put it past them. All these swatting incidents of the FBI, you think the FBI can't find out who's doing these swattings? They're not worth anything if they can't find out. FBI, CIA, whoever needs to find out. We don't know. What happened to the pipe bomber? This is touching the issue. New York changing the laws to go after Trump, going after Alex Jones and going after Peter Navarro, all in illegitimate manner. Elon Musk, he got no compensation. He signed a deal to say if we meet these benchmarks on revenue and market cap, when he met the benchmarks, and they said even though the board and everybody made money and was happy with the deal, Elon Musk can't get paid on it. Why? There's political beef there behind the scenes. None of this is trustworthy. I don't trust any of it. I don't trust Matt Gaetz. I don't trust MTG. I don't trust Donald Trump. It's all falling down. And so when you see what's happened there with Killer Mike, I don't trust any of it.